Today we're going to check out more of the best workshop skins in CSGO. Let's jump into it. Hey, what's up guys, it's Tuber here and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're back checking out some more CSGO workshop skins that should make it into the game into future cases. You guys really liked the last video, so we're doing it again, boys. And guys, make sure to drop a like if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, and also hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon to get notified every time I upload. Also, I should let you guys know that we're actually streaming today on Twitch, and also tomorrow we're doing a 1v1 tournament with subs, and the winner's gonna 1v1 me for a knife. It's gonna be a fun time, so I hope to see you guys there, and let's get right into it. Anyways, though, the first skin is the P90 Carnage, and then this is the Ember V2 edition. Pretty much, it's just a P90 with some red lines all over it, and not like regular red lines like the red line. These kind of remind me a little bit of like tentacles or something, so kind of a weird skin, but I think it actually looks kind of cool, and it actually looks very similar to one of the skins from the last video too. This is a GIF showing off what it looks like. Like, I don't know, it has kind of like a cool like 3D effect where like the shadows get casted in like a way where it looks more 3D than it actually is. Like, I know it's not actually like 3D like that, but the fact that it does that with shadows is definitely a very nice touch. This is the skin when it's factory new, presumably. Basically, it's like orangish and a little bit of accents of, I guess, red. And then when you get it in Battle Scarred, it turns like yellowish brown, and this turns a little greenish blue. Like, it's definitely a brightness-based skin. Like, a Battle Scarred one doesn't look really Battle Scarred. Like, it doesn't get all scratched up, but it gets a little bit darker and the color changes just a little bit. But honestly, if they added this tomorrow, I would totally pick it up. This is a sick skin. So, yes, I would like to see it in the game, yes. Next skin. By the way, this is the Caralore giveaway. If you guys want to enter it, just basically you need to be level 20 plus or a Twitch subscriber. Just click on this and you're entered. So we have about 126 people. So everyone has about just slightly less than a 1% chance. So you have a higher chance to win this than you do unboxing a knife. All right, next up we have the M4A4 carry, and then there's like Toxic Ed, which I'm assuming means Toxic Edition. So I'm assuming this was the original design, or I guess this is how they made it. And it's incredibly complex. Like, it's honestly really cool to see like where they started and like what they ended up with. This is an inspect of the skin, and I guess it's going to be a blue, but I feel like this could easily be a pink, or even it could even be a covert, like straight up. And here it is when you're actually inspecting it in game. And yeah, it's actually a green M4A4, which I feel like the game definitely needs a green M4A4, because the one that has the most green is the Poseidon. Not that many people can afford to pick up a Poseidon. And also, it's more bluish than green, so, you know, there's definitely a shortage of green M4A4s in CSGO. And if they added this tomorrow, it would give people who have a green-themed inventory a much better alternative to the Poseidon, of course. Not to mention that it just overall has a pretty cool kind of design. And here's another picture, like when it's actually in the light. There's obviously a lot of references to the map Nuke, so if they added this, they would probably have to add it in like a Nuke 2020 case. Because I know they did that in 2018 where they changed the Inferno and the Nuke skins. So if they do that again, I feel like this would be a great candidate to go in there. So overall, it's just a really, really awesome looking green and yellow M4A4 with a incredibly well-made design on it. Like, I think this skin is amazing, but let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Next skin. The next skin is the Desert Eagle Sketch V4 Paper Collection. And this is what it looks like in game. So it's actually very similar to another skin we've checked out before. I don't know if it's like an alligator or like a dinosaur head, but there's some sort of skull right here. And, you know, the top part is obviously on here on the deagle on this part. And then on the handle, the bottom part of the jaw is right here. So it's actually incredibly similar to like one of the skins we checked out last time, but this one's pink. So this is kind of what it looks like from the side. This is what it looks like when you're actually holding it. And honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. It's basically just a nice pink deagle with a skull on it. I could just imagine how satisfying it would be to like hit somebody with a 1D using this bad boy. Like, look at this. Just off the top of my head, I don't think there's any pink deagles in the game. So I feel like, you know, if you have a pink themed inventory, when it comes to the deagles, you have to go with like, you know, a code red or like a crimson web. You have to go with a red deagle. So I feel like this skin definitely has a place in the game. So that's why I'm bringing it up. But yeah, it's pink and has a cool design. I would definitely like to see it in the game. Yes, 100%. Next skin. All right, this next skin is extra thick. It's the Glock Hydra. Dude, look at this bad boy. Look at this skin right here. It's so sick. It's actually a skin that is very reminiscent. It actually reminds me a lot of the Water Elemental, except with a different design to it. Like, instead of like, you know, having like obviously I guess the red and like the water, instead of that, you have this giant old, I don't know if it's a shark or a whale. I mean, based on the teeth, it's probably a shark. You basically have like a nice blue shark right here with a cool white and red background. You know, it's not the most realistic thing in the world, but I think, you know, they were trying to go for like a cartoon kind of design to it. You know, it makes sense. Now, do I think they would put this in the game? Maybe not, but but I would like to see it personally, and I think it's a cool design. Not gonna lie, I like skins that are colorful and I like skins that stand out, but I can also appreciate skins that are obviously more subtle with their colors, like skins that just have like, you know, maybe one or two simple colors to it. But more flashy stuff like this is also in my wheelhouse too. Like, I don't really discriminate. Like, I like all kinds of skins. That's why I'm gonna vote yes for this skin, for the Glock Hydra. This next one's actually pretty cool. So this is the Nova Sweet Life, and as you can see, it's basically a Nova with a lot of cool Easter eggs. So there's like a chicken right here, there's the CT logo, there's like a guy with a gas mask on, there's the nuclear like logo right here or whatever it's called, and then there's just a bunch of random candy everywhere. So it's like, oh, okay. And I'm actually assuming that it's, so based on this, I think it's a pattern-based skin too. So it's basically it's like a cartoon kind of Nova with candy and then a bunch of Counter-Strike references. Like, here's a Molotov, of course. There's a little bit of like just random stuff in the background. You even have like wings and stuff to like represent like, you know, obviously like the ranks. You have like stars to represent gold Novas. And then of course you have the C4 right here, which you have the diffuser right here. There's a flashbang. This is actually really cool. Now I'm going to assume that they don't actually, so there's no actual picture of like the entire like, you know, of every single pattern in existence. But honestly, I'm a huge fan of like pattern-based skins. And if they threw this in the game and it had like, you know, if it had like a really rare pattern, it could go for quite a bit of money, honestly. Because do you remember the Op Paw? I mean, the Op Paw never really had a rare pattern, but it was kind of similar to this in the sense that, you know, the Op Paw is basically it's kind of like a cartoon op with cats and dogs on it. And there's so many different patterns to it, and every single one looks different. And this would be kind of like, you know, a candy version of that. Now, obviously, some of the stuff doesn't really look too high quality. It's like, you know, it seems like it was like hand drawn or whatever. So it's not like the best looking. All they would have to do is just like refine it, make it look a little bit cleaner, and then there you go. You have a perfectly usable skin in CSGO. I mean, another skin that I'm a fan of, I definitely want to see the Nova Sweet Life in CSGO because pattern based and it's a cool design. Next up, we have the Op Retro Wave, and this is an amazing op. All right. Now, obviously, it is very similar to the Neo Noir, but it's kind of different. Pretty much, it's basically just an op with neon colors. You have some neon mountains over here. You have like a pink horizon with like a pink sun, and it's an amazing look. And then, of course, you have like a city back here. There's some lightning, and then you have a really awesome looking neon wolf right here, just looking at you. Oh, and then there's like the Counter-Strike logo right here, but it's kind of like a neon design. And overall, this is kind of like it's like an op lightning strike, but taken to the next level. I mean, honestly, I feel like the one thing that would make this skin better would be if it had a purple scope or like a neon kind of scope with like the neon colors. I feel like that would definitely make it a lot better, but honestly, it's really not too bad. So this is factory new, and then it goes pretty much all the way down to battle scarred. And this is as battle scarred as it can get. And it doesn't get scratched up. It just gets darker, which is awesome. So if you get a field tested version, it's going to look basically the same as factory new. It's just not going to be as bright. So pretty much it's like kind of like an old school, like retro wave kind of like neon skin with some neon colors. And I think it's absolutely amazing. So yes, I would definitely love to use the retro wave 100%. Next skin. All right, the next skin we're going to be checking out is the Tech9 Flowering. And obviously this isn't really like the coolest skin in the game. Like this could be like a blue or it could be like a purple or something. Like this probably won't be a red, but essentially this is it right here. I don't know, it's like I guess a blackish gray kind of, you know, Tech9 with a very, very simple design with just a bunch of kind of neon colored flowers on it. Overall, actually not too bad. So this is what it looks like, you know, in the shade. So, you know, you can kind of see everything. Like in the shade, it doesn't look as good, obviously, but if you actually look at it with good lighting, it definitely stands out a lot more. It's just kind of like a cool, flashy Tech9 that you can just flex on your friends basically with. Yeah, and then even the backside looks pretty cool too. So I think it's a pretty solid skin, and I would like to see it personally, but you guys can feel free to disagree. I'm going to say yes. Next up, we have the 5.7 Akihabara Rush, and it has been quite a long time since there has been a weeaboo skin added to the game. So yeah, this is the 5.7 Akihabara Rush, and you guys might remember, obviously, the AUG Akihabara, except, well, this is kind of like a 5.7 version. So it has some Japanese characters right here, of course, and then you have this face right here. There's a little barcode with some more Japanese characters, I'm assuming. If I'm wrong, then just please correct me in the comments down below, because I have no idea. And then, of course, you have this anime character right here holding a I guess a P250 or whatever. I don't know why they're not holding a 5.7. I feel like it would make more sense, but you know what? I didn't make the skin, so I can't really judge. Honestly, I think it'd be hilarious if this person right here was like holding this skin right here with a mini version of her on it. Like that would be That'd be pretty epic, but I don't know. That's just probably a stupid suggestion, but it also has the year 2020 to, I guess, kind of like say like, hey, it's 2020. Let's give us another weeb skin. And then this is what it actually looks like in game. And honestly, not too bad. I think like there would be weebs lined up just around the block, just, you know, waiting to pick this bad boy up, or they would just unbox cases to try to unbox one. So what do you guys think? Should there be another weeb 5.7? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. And anyways, guys, let's check out one more skin. Next skin. And yes, by the way. All right, guys, and the final skin we're going to be checking out today is the AK47 Guan Yu. And this is the first screenshot, and all I can say is just, wow. This is just so cool. And again, I don't know if it's Chinese or Japanese. I mean, I'm assuming because there's like a samurai guy over here, I'm assuming it's Japanese, but let's just go super broad with this and let's just call it an Asian themed skin. All right. So this Asian themed AK-47 has basically, it has some green on it. It has little accents of yellow, which definitely look amazing. And of course it has red too, which red and green definitely goes super well together. And it overall has a really, really awesome looking kind of, I guess like Asian vibe to it. And then this is the actual skin when you're inspecting it, so you can see more of the details. And yeah, it is a very well detailed skin, and it kind of looks like it was hand painted to a certain extent. Like honestly, you know what it kind of reminds me of? It reminds me a little bit of the AK Wild Lotus, just a little bit, with just, you know, the kind of color scheme to it, but it looks way different, obviously. If Valve ever released a case with exclusively Chinese based skins, because obviously, you know, Counter-Strike is growing a lot in China because of the Perfect World version. Like, obviously, I think if they released a kind of like Chinese themed or like an Asian themed case to kind of celebrate that, I feel like this would 100% make it into it, because number one, it has a cool Asian design to it. And number two, I just think it's a cool skin in general. Like, dude, I mean, look at this with the turtle gloves. Like, it looks so sick. And just imagine it with like Pandora's boxes or like any kind of other gloves. The Guan Yu, 100%, I would love to see it. This skin looks absolutely amazing. And overall, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you guys want more workshop videos in the future, just drop a like and let me know. Because if you guys like these videos and if you guys show support on them, it lets me know to, you know, basically make more of them. So overall, guys, join the Discord server if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitch. All the links are in the description down below. If you guys are looking to buy or sell skins, check out Skinport. I do have an affiliate link in the description down below. It directly supports the channel. And just overall, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's Turbo, and I'm out. Peace.